Sometime in 2025, Hart Tools went quiet. The Instagram account stopped posting. The YouTube channel went dark. New products stopped appearing on shelves. And then in late 2025, TTI, the company that makes Milwaukee Tool, Ryobi, and a dozen other brands, announced it was discontinuing Hart entirely by end of year. The brand that Walmart had called its biggest hardline launch ever, the one built by the same engineers who build Milwaukee Tools, was gone. And if you own Hart Tools, the battery ecosystem you invested in has no future. To understand what that silence means, you have to understand what Hart was supposed to be. Not just another cheap Walmart tool brand, something genuinely different, a credible, professionally engineered exclusive platform built by one of the most sophisticated tool manufacturers in the world, specifically designed to do for Walmart's tool aisle what Ryobi had done for Home Depot's. The people behind Hart were not cutting corners. They knew exactly how to build a platform that works. The question was never whether TTI could build a good tool for Walmart. The question was whether Walmart could sustain the economics that make a good tool brand possible. And the answer, it turns out, was no. What happened to Hart is not a story about bad engineering. It is a story about what happens when the most powerful retailer in the world tries to compete in a category that its own business model makes nearly impossible to win. The whole thing started with a problem Walmart had been unable to solve for years. Walmart's tool aisle had always been an afterthought. The tools that occupied it, under a brand called Hyper Tough, manufactured by a California company called Test Right Products, were widely regarded as the bottom of the market. Not just inexpensive, genuinely low quality. DIYers bought them when they needed something for a single job and didn't care if it lasted. Nobody built a workshop around Hyper Tough. Nobody recommended it to a friend. The brand had no credibility, no ecosystem, no loyalty. And while Home Depot was building one of the most profitable tool businesses in American retail around Ryobi, Milwaukee, and DeWalt, Walmart's tool aisle was watching from the parking lot. TTI saw the opportunity. The company already manufactured Ryobi exclusively for Home Depot and Milwaukee for the professional channel. It had the engineering capability, the manufacturing scale, and the battery platform knowledge to build something far better than Hyper Tough. In November of 2019, Walmart and TTI announced the Hart brand. Industry trade publications called it, verbatim, the largest hardline launch Walmart had ever done. More than 100 SKUs, a complete 20-volt lithium-ion cordless platform covering drills, impact drivers, circular saws, reciprocating saws, outdoor equipment, and storage. A 40-volt platform for higher demand outdoor tools. A 3-year warranty on power tools and a lifetime warranty on hand tools. Terms that matched or exceeded what Home Depot offered on comparable Ryobi products. Products started hitting shelves in December 2019. The full line was available by the end of February 2020. For the first 2 years, it appeared to be working. The tools performed well in reviews. The battery platform was real. The pricing was genuinely competitive. A Hart drill kit at roughly half the price of a comparable Milwaukee M18 kit. Customers who had previously ignored Walmart's tool aisle started paying attention. Tool YouTube channels covered the launch with genuine enthusiasm, and Walmart finally had something it could point to when the conversation turned to tools. Here is where the story gets complicated. TTI's internal economics did not work the way the launch suggested they would. Building a credible cordless platform requires sustained investment, not just in the initial tools, but in the battery technology, the accessories, the new SKUs, the after-sale support infrastructure, and the manufacturing improvements that keep a platform competitive year over year. Ryobi at Home Depot can fund that investment because Home Depot's average power tool sale price is approximately $135 to $150. Walmart's average power tool sale price is approximately $73 to $87. That $60 gap is not just a pricing difference. It is the margin gap that determines whether a manufacturer can afford to reinvest in the platform. At Ryobi's price points and Home Depot's shelf allocation, the economics work. At Hart's price points and Walmart's margin requirements, they did not. TTI is a publicly traded company with obligations to its shareholders. It allocates engineering resources, manufacturing investment, and brand development budget across a portfolio that includes Milwaukee, a brand that sells tools for $200 to $600 per transaction to professional tradespeople who buy repeatedly. Every dollar invested in Hart's 20-volt platform at Walmart's $73 average is a dollar not invested in Milwaukee's M18 platform. At some point, that calculation became impossible to justify. Hart's social media presence went silent approximately 9 months before the official announcement. The tools stopped getting new SKUs. The accessories pipeline dried up. And then in late 2025, TTI used the specific phrase, medium-term internal profitability objectives, the corporate equivalent of saying quietly that the channel was not profitable enough to sustain. What TTI's decision reveals is not just about Hart. It is about the structural tension at the center of Walmart's tool ambitions. Walmart's pricing power is its primary competitive advantage in every category it enters. But that same pricing power compresses the margins that tool manufacturers need to build and sustain credible platforms. Hyper-Tough failed because it was low quality. Hart failed because it was high quality in a channel that couldn't afford to keep it that way. The two failure modes are different, but they lead to the same outcome. Walmart's tool aisle resets. Customers lose their ecosystem investment, and the cycle begins again. For Hart owners, the immediate consequences are specific. The 20-volt and 40-volt battery platforms have no new products in development. The accessories pipeline is closed. Hyper-Tough, which still exists at Walmart, uses incompatible battery systems, so Hart batteries cannot be repurposed. There is no upgrade path within Walmart. The tools that are already in your hands will continue to work until they don't. But the battery you bought as an investment in a platform is now a battery for a product line that no longer exists. That is not a hypothetical risk. It is the documented outcome of a corporate profitability decision made at the TTI board level. The detail that makes this story worth sitting with is the comparison that never quite happened. TTI built the same brand twice, Ryobi for Home Depot, Hart for Walmart. Same parent company, same engineering infrastructure, same battery platform expertise, different channel, and only one of them is still alive. The difference between them is not the quality of the tools, it is the economics of the store they live in. Ryobi has been at Home Depot since 1989. Hart lasted 6 years. If you own Hart Tools and want to know what your options are, or if you want to understand which tool platforms are actually built to last at the stores you already shop, subscribe. These brand moves are happening faster than most people realize, and the ones that affect your wallet are almost never announced until after the decision is already made.